Just 3 weeks to go in the regular season. What a start to Week 16. Rams and Seahawks underway in the NFL rivalry series. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Now Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Rams and Seahawks doing battle here. Of course, the NFL has targeted a handful of rivalries to really highlight this season. This is one of them, and with good reason. In recent history, both teams have had innovative offenses and hard-hitting defenses. You think about Russell Wilson and all he was able to accomplish under Pete Carroll. The same with Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. You throw in the 49ers and the Cardinals, and it's easy to see why this has been one of the best divisions in football the last decade plus.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Xavier Smith deep for L.A.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Play action. Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. But at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Stafford now to throw. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua from 8 yards out. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawks headed back out, and of all the 8 uniforms in the NFL rivalry set for this year, this has got to be the most intriguing one. It's known as the high decibel zone, obviously a nod to how loud this place can get and does get. But it's the sound wave pattern on the shoulders. So cool. That really steals the show for me. Here's Darnold. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Byron Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
At the 16-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Darnold, a sneak. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. This is Walker. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll give him 8 that time. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Stafford.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
5 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Stafford looks to throw again.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Stafford. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10.
Faking the give, Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down.
It's a gain of
18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
And the slot man goes in motion left. The shotgun snap for Darnold.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And going right back to Walker.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
They'll try and run Walker.
And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop him for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's another Seahawks first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the gun, it's Walker. And running with power here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 40 yards. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into space at the 45. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing again is Stafford. Complete. Smith has it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6 coming up. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing is Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Seahawks 5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 14.
.90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Now it's Darnold. That is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Pass complete there to McClure. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now it's Stafford. Smith catches left side. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here comes 2nd down. Stafford. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
Intended for number 19. Incomplete.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's third down. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
35-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure it's enough time to continue to do that.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
They'll come up now. Second and 9. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is first and 10. Here's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 45-yard line.
Now second down and a few inches. Now Darnold. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Darnold. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game.
What a ball game this was. What an